Marvel has taken the world by storm. The movies, for the most part, have been great, and it's clear that countless hours of work have gone into the creation of each one. But all work and no play is no fun, and it seems like the people behind the scenes of these blockbuster hits feel the same way, as bloopers and gag reels have shown the world just how fun shooting these movies can be. For this video, we're taking a look at some of the best of our list of 10 Marvel superhero movie bloopers that show popular actors having fun. Enjoy this video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more awesome Screen Rant content every single day.
Maximum när den högsta de kaffade för 20.
Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War was one of the biggest blockbuster movies that the world has ever seen. With such an enormous and amazing cast, we can guarantee that being on set for the making of this film must have been seriously fun. The gag reel from Civil War definitely backs this up, as it shows members of the cast constantly cracking up or dancing around between takes. One particularly funny moment comes when Vision, played by Paul Bettany, is trying to deliver a somewhat serious line, but unfortunately he keeps jumbling up the words. He takes a second try at the line, but the result is no better.
Ms. Maximoff manipulates molecular polar tumor.
He and everyone around him start to laugh, showing off how well this star-studded cast really got along. X-Men Days of Future Past. We aren't quite sure why, but it seems like playing a Marvel movie character makes actors always want to dance around, as the X-Men Days of Future Past gag reel showcases a lot of the cast's best moves. From Magneto to Quicksilver, everyone seems to be getting down between takes, and it definitely looks like they're having a good lot of fun. While the dancing could have probably ruined some of the more serious and intense scenes, we think that some of it could have been placed strategically to add some funny quirks to some of the characters. At this point, we aren't really sure what direction the franchise is heading, but one thing is for sure, wherever it goes, there will be dancing. Guardians of the Galaxy. With media buzz starting to pick up for 2017's hotly anticipated Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we thought it was only appropriate to reflect on a great blooper from the original movie that shows how much fun it really was to be a part of this film. Fans of Parks and Recreation already know that Chris Pratt is a hilarious dude, and a lot of his funny quirks and lines made it into the final cut of Guardians. One blooper that was left out came when Pratt was flying his ship and started laughing maniacally. While it was funny, it was a bit too over the top for this film, but it is definitely worth checking out in the gag reel. Chris Pratt is amazing in the franchise and is one of the main reasons that Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was such a cosmic hit.
Do a Jamaican guy.
I come from Jamaica.
Iron Man 3. Iron Man is the hero that really sent the world into the superhero movie craze that it's in today. Robert Downey Jr. is amazing in the titular role, and he totally redefined what it meant to be a superhero. Over the years, we have seen many clips of how fun and ridiculous RDJ is to work with on set, but what about a funny blooper from his Iron Man co-stars? During the filming of Iron Man 3, there was a scene where RDJ and Don Cheadle were making Ben Kingsley make some undercover phone calls. Kingsley needed to disguise his voice, and this led to a great gag reel moment that had Cheadle throwing out different dialects for Kingsley to try to do.
Can you do French?
Alors je suis français.
The moment is genuine and hilarious, and does a great job of showing off how fun it was to be a part of this blockbuster hit.
Let me at her. Let me at her. I'm fucking effective at one hand, but come on.
Daredevil. 2003's Daredevil is probably one of the worst Marvel movie adaptations of all time, and we're thankful that Netflix has now done the great comic book character justice in their online series. As bad as the movie was, it still looks like it was fun to be on set for its creation, as there are numerous gag reel moments that show off Ben Affleck and his co-stars having a good time. One particularly funny blooper comes when Colin Farrell, who plays Bullseye in the film, swoops into the shot on a harness. And for some reason, he totally breaks character and shows a big goofy smile. Not stopping there, Farrell then begins to recite and act out the lion's lines from The Wizard of Oz. It's probably not a good sign when your blooper reel is more entertaining than your actual movie, but at least it looks like the actors behind Daredevil had fun.
God, you look like a house fire was in another house fire.
Deadpool. Deadpool was one of the biggest surprise hits of 2016, and many movie critics are placing it high on their lists for best films of the year. The action was great, and the story was a lot of fun, but it was really the sly R-rated comedy that sets this movie apart. While Ryan Reynolds delivered most of the memorable lines, the outtakes to the movie showcase just how funny longtime comedian TJ Miller really is. The gag reel shows Miller delivering line after line of hilarious descriptions of what Deadpool looks like after the surgery.
Wade, you look like a trash can full of shit was placed on your shoulders and then you were in a train fire.
The final cut of the film only included one of these lines, which is unfortunate because TJ Miller came up with some absolute zingers.
I heard you. I heard you.
Ant-Man. When you take a ridiculous comedian and brilliant improviser like Paul Rudd and make him a superhero, you are bound to have some hilarious behind-the-scenes moments. This was definitely the case when it came to filming 2015's Ant-Man. As a lot of other Marvel movies, the gag reel showcases the stars dancing around a lot and really having a good time between takes. There is one blooper from Ant-Man that takes the cake though, and that comes when Paul Rudd realizes that he has just sworn with child actor Abby Ryder-Fortson in his arms. The best part is that the scene totally breaks down when Abby calls out Rudd for saying a bad word, and the whole crew starts laughing. It is a genuinely hilarious moment, and we can understand why Marvel has started casting gifted comedians as leads in their films. Thor: The Dark World. Thor is probably one of the most ridiculous characters in the Avengers, and we wouldn't be surprised if Chris Hemsworth's career veered toward comedy once he's done playing the Asgardian. We've already showcased how much trouble Thor's hammer caused the cast and crew during filming, but it turns out that his iconic red cape was a real troublemaker as well. Some hilarious bloopers from the gag reel for Thor: The Dark World show Hemsworth's cape getting in the way by covering the face of his scene mates, and sometimes even his own. Each time, this wardrobe malfunction causes everyone in the scene to start laughing and totally break character. This movie may not have ended up being super fun, but it looks like the production of it totally was.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude!
Spider-Man: Homecoming. While the world won't get to see Spider-Man: Homecoming until summer 2017, there have already been a lot of leaked behind-the-scenes moments that have assured us that being on set for this movie must have been a blast. Holland has already shown off his serious acrobatic skills from his time as a gymnast, but the world went a little crazy when an Instagram video was posted showing him breakdancing while in his Spider-Man motion capture suit. Holland has also posted some fun pictures of himself as Spider-Man that really make it seem like they're having a good time working on this movie. The first trailer for Spider-Man: Homecoming set the internet ablaze, and it's definitely one of the most anticipated movies of 2017.
Dude, you're on your own!
The Avengers. Back in 2012, the Avengers really introduced the world to how awesome shared movie universes can be with their epic group film. While this movie must have taken a tremendous amount of work, it looks like it was also a lot of fun to make. After looking at the gag reel, it seems like this star-studded cast was always in the mood to shake it on set, and the camera captured the actors dancing around on numerous occasions. There is footage of Chris Evans wiggling around in his Captain America suit, and even some hilarious clips of Jeremy Renner fist-pumping with his Hawkeye attire on. The Avengers cast has always been admired for its on-screen chemistry, and it looks like all these superpowered stars get along between takes as well. So there's our list of 10 Marvel movies that show their stars having a lot of fun on set. Which one of these moments was your favorite? And what's your favorite Marvel movie of all time? Let us know in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos like this one.